Hello everyone, we have a few articles to read to you today. A couple of things, let's see, one is In Search of the Next Arthur Miller. There's going to be a group that's going to be for young Jewish actors and actresses and playwrights. This is a group for them to learn the theater, things like that, to make relevant Jewish projects for, for the theater and for writing. Okay, we'll start reading this. In Search of the Next Arthur Miller. Ready, set, write a play. Oh, and give it a Jewish theme. That's pretty much the premise of the Jewish Plays Project, a new organization that is sponsoring a contest to encourage the creation of dramatic works with contemporary Jewish themes. Co-sponsored by the 14th Street Y and Metro West JCC in northern New Jersey, the initiative aims to use a variety of innovative methods, from electronic audience feedback to American Idol-style showcases, to choose 5 new Jewish plays for residencies that will culminate in productions of the plays at the Y next summer. The brainchild of theater director David Winitsky, 40, the Jewish Plays Project, www.jewishplaysproject.org, that's www.jewishplaysproject.org, officially kicked off 2 weeks ago at the Delancey Bar on the Lower East Side. This is the Jewish Week, October 14th, 2011. So anyway, the Jewish Plays Project officially kicked off 2 weeks ago at the Delancey Bar on the Lower East Side, when a crowd of 75 aspiring theater artists, including both Jews and non-Jews, gathered to hear about the contest. Winitsky told the assembly that they were not expected to dedicate all of their work to Jewish themes. Quote, "We want you to be fully rounded, full-blooded artists," Winitsky announced. Quote, "But when you make Jewish art, we want this to be the place where you do it. Plays that are on Holocaust themes are in Yiddish, or that have humor based on ethnic Jewish stereotypes are ineligible for the contest." As Becky Scoff, who is one of the organizers of the project, put it, quote, we are seeking significant Jewish themes, characters, content, or points of view. The person sitting next to you in your office or on the subway could represent the story of Jewish life in the 21st century. Okay, let's continue on here. While the project has not yet been widely advertised to the theatrical community, interest is already running high, with more than 4 dozen scripts already submitted. The contest winners will be announced in February. Of the 5 slots in the residency program, 3 will be selected by lay panels of Jews in their 20s and 30s. 1 will be chosen through an American Idol-style set of multimedia presentations at the Metro West JCC, which is near Winitsky's home in Maplewood, New Jersey. And the final one will be selected through a series of workshops run by LABA, the National Laboratory for New Jewish Culture, housed at the Y, in which 20 different teams of artists, after an intensive process of group Jewish text study, will solicit feedback from the audience via TXT to THTR. That's text to theater, it sounds like. TXT to, the number 2, THTR. An original text messaging tool developed by Winitsky. The director grew up in suburban Philadelphia, where he felt alienated from Jewish life, as he told the Jewish Week. Quote, "The Jewish community was very exclusionary, conservative, and obsessed with the past. It didn't look out to the wider world," unquote. After majoring in math in Cornell and then getting a master's degree in directing from Northwestern, Winitsky found to his relief that, quote, "Jews were living Jewish values rather than fretting about Jewish numbers," unquote. He was a finalist last year for a Joshua Venture fellowship which cultivates young Jewish leaders, and this year became a fellow of Present Tense. That's PRESENTENSC, which funds Jewish, quote, social entrepreneurship in both North American and Israeli cities. The Jewish Plays Project, Winitsky explained, is a, quote, an incubator for Jewish theater that capitalizes on the new conversation in Jewish life, both in the United States and in Israel, unquote. A Jewish theme can be a handicap in getting a play. A Jewish theme can be a handicap in getting a play on the board, he opined. In other words, if a Jewish theme, it's hard to open up in the theater. Quote, the more explicit the Jewish content, the less frequently it gets produced, unquote. He said, while theater companies often reserve a spot for an, a quote, emerging, unquote, an emerging minority writer in their season, they don't always look for plays by Jews. But for him and for many other Jews of his generation, Winitsky said, quote, theater is our religion and Jewish is our culture. In other words, they're very, very serious about the theater. We want to, quote, theater is our religion and Jewish is our culture. We want to find places where those things intersect. We want to be a launching pad for new Jewish cultural talent. This is by Ted Merwin in the Jewish Week, October 14, 2011. We have here this caption, this picture here. Theater director David Winitsky at Jewish Plays Project kickoff at the Lancy Bar is creating incubator for Jewish-themed theater. So anyway, you can look for that if you're interested in the subject, or a young Jewish artist, a writer, or a director. You can look for that. We have also, speaking about Yiddish, we have something else here that you might be interested in, about Yiddish culture. A new DVD has arrived about the well-known Yiddish writer Yosl Birshteyn from the series Yiddish Writers' Monologues, filled with wit, humor, and love for mankind and the Jewish people. From September 1st, November 1st. Special price $25. Here, this is in Yiddish here. You can see Monologien von Jiddische Schreibers, Yosl Birshteyn. Yiddish Writers' Monologues. If you're interested in this DVD, it'll teach you about this Jewish Yiddish writer in Yiddish. This is in Yiddish with English subtitles. A rare gift for yourself, your relatives and friends. To order, call 212-889-8200, extension 400. So this is Monologien von Jiddischen Schreibers. Yiddish with English subtitles. If you're interested, this seems like it might be a very interesting DVD to get, to learn about an important Yiddish writer. Contemporary one. We also have another thing here, very interesting, about Shatnes, getting your suit tested for Shatnes. Here we have sewing up the kosher crowds. In other words, when you get a new suit, you have to check it for Shatnes, that's a certain combination of wool and linen. So here, this Mohans has a service now where they check it for Shatnes. Here, let's read it. We'll see. From September 15, 2011, this is the Daily News. Phyllis Furman, Daily News business writer. The suit fits and it looks great, but is it kosher? For Orthodox Jewish men, that is an important question, and one local men's wear retailer is providing the answer. Just in time for Rosh Hashanah, custom tailor Mohans, M-O-H-A-N, Mohans in Midtown Manhattan, is selling a, quote, kosher suit that complies with Jewish law. Believe it or not, just as there are dietary rules forbidding the mixture of milk and meat, there is a law that prohibits wearing a mixture of wool and linen. Deuteronomy 22:11. That forbidden combination is called Shatnes. The following the law can be a hassle. Suits must be tested in a special laboratory, relying on the fiber content listed on a garment's label isn't good enough. If Shatnes is found, it must be removed. If Shatnes is found, it must be removed. While testing costs a nominal fee of around $10, tailoring the garment can be pricier, depending on what is required. The whole process can take a week or more. Enter Mohans. Spotting an opportunity about a year ago, the retailer on East 42nd Street started selling custom-made suits, pre-tested and certified as Shatnes free. Kosher customers pay nothing extra for Mohans suits, which cost from $500 to $5,000. We have a lot of Orthodox Jewish customers, says KJ Singh, sales manager at Mohans. We told them we can make a kosher suit for them. The most common place Shatnes is found is in the collars and breast pockets of men's suits. Linen canvas might be sewn or glued in to help them hold their shape. Mohans was able to find a substitute fabric at a store on Delancey Street. Quote, "We found a special canvas without linen, with the same properties as linen," Singh said. So far, Mohans has sold about 500 Shatnes-free suits. Orders are coming in now for Rosh Hashanah, which begins at sunset on September 28th. Quote, "I have to deliver 20 suits by September 25th, Singh said. For some, the idea sounds appealing. Quote, "If I knew I could walk out of the store and wear the suit, it would give me time. It would save me time, money, and inconvenience," said Rabbi Yosef Blau, senior spiritual advisor at Yeshiva University. If only securing high holiday seats were so easy. So this is by Phyllis Furman. Here we have non-Shatnes. This is the label that's on it, non-Shatnes, Shatnes Laboratories. KG Singh at Mohans shows a kosher suit with a label that offers proof. So we have here, you can go to Mohans and you get your suit already free of Shatnes if it has this label here. Okay, so there we have it. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in.